Bomb. It finally happened, and Cowboys Nation, this isn't a drill. One of the most shocking and seismic trades in recent NFL history just went down, and it's sending shockwaves through the league. Myles Garrett, the perennial All-Pro and one of the most feared defensive ends in all of football, is officially a Dallas Cowboy. Yes, you heard that right. After years of speculation, what once felt like a pipe dream for fans in Dallas has become a jaw-dropping reality. And we are here to break it all down for you. From the trade details to what this means for the Cowboys' future, to how the NFL landscape might never be the same again, we've got you covered. First, let's just take a moment to let that sink in. Myles Garrett in Dallas. Imagine Garrett lining up opposite Micah Parsons. Just picture that chaos for a second. Two of the most dominant defensive players in the league, both with elite speed, power, and explosiveness, now on the same team. Quarterbacks in the NFC East just started sweating. And frankly, they should be. The Cowboys have officially transformed their defense into a terrifying machine. This is more than just a headline move, this is a statement. This is Jerry Jones putting his chips on the table and saying, we're going for it all. Right now. According to insider reports, the trade cost Dallas their 2025 first-round pick and a 2026 first-rounder, along with veteran D.E. Dorrance Armstrong, to help balance the cap situation. That's a steep price, yes, but when you're getting a generational talent like Myles Garrett, it's worth every bit of it. Garrett has racked up over 100 sacks since entering the league as the #1 overall pick in 2017. He's been the heart and soul of Cleveland's defense, and now he brings his game-wrecking presence to Arlington. But what really makes this move intriguing is the timing and context. The Cowboys were already a playoff-caliber team. They have Dak Prescott playing efficient football, CeeDee Lamb establishing himself as a top-5 receiver, and an emerging ground game with Tony Pollard showing burst and patience. Defensively, they've been building something special. Dan Quinn helped forge a fast, aggressive unit before moving on, but the bones of that defensive identity remain. Now, with Garrett and Parsons anchoring the edge, Dallas doesn't just have a good defense, they might have the best pass rush in the league. Think about the versatility this gives the Cowboys. You can't double-team both Parsons and Garrett. Someone's getting a free lane to the quarterback, and with both of them capable of collapsing pockets in less than 2 seconds, opposing offenses will be in full-on survival mode. It also opens things up for other defenders like DeMarcus Lawrence, Leighton Vander Esch, and the young secondary led by Trayvon Diggs and Darren Bland. This isn't just adding a superstar, this is creating a ripple effect that elevates the entire unit. Let's also talk about what this means emotionally and culturally. This move sends a clear message to Cowboys players and fans alike: the window is now. No more waiting. No more maybe next year. This is a Super Bowl or bust move. And it feels right. It feels like the kind of blockbuster trade that alters franchise trajectories. And if you're wondering whether Myles Garrett wanted this, let me tell you, this wasn't a trade made against anyone's will. Garrett reportedly had a no-trade clause structured into his deal that gave him veto power. According to several sources, he waived that clause specifically for the opportunity to play with Micah Parsons and chase a championship in Dallas. That's right, Garrett chose the Cowboys. That speaks volumes about how this franchise is viewed right now. The talent, the market, the opportunity, players around the league see what's happening in Dallas. Now let's flip the lens for a moment and look at this from the Browns side. It's never easy to part ways with a superstar, especially one that has been the cornerstone of your defense for years. Garrett was beloved in Cleveland, not just for his on-field production but for his off-field leadership and community involvement. But the Browns are in a transitional phase. With Deshaun Watson still struggling to return to elite form and several key veterans aging or exiting, Cleveland saw an opportunity to stockpile premium draft assets and begin a soft rebuild. From a GM's perspective, getting 2 first-round picks for a non-quarterback in his late 20s is a huge haul. This trade, while painful for the Browns fan base, gives the front office flexibility and a chance to reshape the roster over the next few seasons. Now, let's get into the reaction. The second the news broke, social media absolutely exploded. Myles Garrett to Dallas was trending within minutes on Twitter. Instagram Reels started flooding in of Cowboys fans losing their minds, and sports talk shows scrambled to rearrange their entire programming to cover the move. Micah Parsons himself tweeted a cryptic emoji just before the news dropped plus and fans knew something was brewing. Then it hit. The reactions have been wild. Cowboys fans are calling this the biggest trade since Herschel Walker, and this time, they're on the winning end. Analysts are already reconfiguring their Super Bowl predictions. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith begrudgingly admitted Dallas might finally be serious this year. And for once, it's hard to argue with him. Vegas even moved the Cowboys' Super Bowl odds, bumping them up to second in the NFC behind only the 49ers. But perhaps the most exciting part of this entire situation is the upcoming season itself. Picture Week 1, Garrett and Parsons unleashed in at NT Stadium, national broadcast, spotlight on. You can practically hear the roar of the crowd. It's not just hype, it's real. The anticipation for this defense is off the charts. The kind of speed and aggression this unit will bring to the table could make for a historically great defense. Think back to the 2000 Ravens or the Legion of Boom. That's the potential ceiling we're talking about. And yes, that's a high bar, but this is the first time in a long time that it doesn't sound ridiculous when applied to the Cowboys. We've already seen what Micah Parsons can do alone. He's a game changer, a guy who tilts the field every snap. Now add Garrett to the mix. Double-digit sacks are almost guaranteed from each if they stay healthy. Defensive coordinators will have a field day designing exotic blitzes and pressure schemes because the talent level is just that high. Opposing quarterbacks? They better buckle up. Because the NFC East just became a war zone. Daniel Jones, Jalen Hurts, and whoever Washington puts under center will face a nightmare scenario twice a year. Offensively, the Cowboys don't have to shoulder all the weight anymore. The defense can win games on its own. That changes everything about how the team plays. Shorter fields. More turnovers. Momentum swings. And yes, championship potential. Let's not forget the leadership aspect either. Garrett has grown immensely as a leader over the years. He's vocal, passionate, and respected. He'll mesh well with Parsons, who leads with energy and intensity. This locker room is going to be electric, competitive, hungry, and more importantly, united. All the pieces are aligning. Front office aggression, coaching vision, veteran presence, young stars. If this isn't the Cowboys' year, then when? It's been decades since their last title. Every year we say, this could be the one. But now there's a real reason to believe. This isn't just hype or off-season fluff. This is substance. Myles Garrett coming to Dallas might go down as the biggest trade in franchise history. Years from now, we may look back and say, that was the move that changed everything. So, Cowboys Nation, get ready. Because everything has changed. The league will never view Dallas the same way again. This isn't America's team trying to be relevant. This is America's team gearing up for a takeover. The NFL has been put on notice. So smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this guarantees a Super Bowl run? Or are there still missing pieces? And don't forget to subscribe because we'll be covering every snap, every sack, every highlight, and every victory from this new-look Dallas Cowboys team. The era of dominance may just be beginning, and it starts with Myles Garrett and a star on his helmet. Let's ride.